Hip-hop definitely taught me a lot. Having to create your own identity and become known and respected in a male-dominated field. It requires some guts. There are times you have to be strong, and times when you have to stand alone for what you believe in. The further we distance ourselves from the spell of the present, explored by our senses, the harder it will be to understand and protect nature's precarious balance, let alone the balance of our own human nature. Failure to take note of the fact that the character of 20th century humanity differs from that of humanity in the 15th century, let alone before and at the time of the mystery of Golgotha, is to sleep through the process of world evolution. Since Bollywood is getting more corporate, it is getting difficult for the composer alone to take a decision unless you are a big name like Pritam or Vishal Shekhar, who can speak his heart out and say that, "This is the singer I want for this song." When I decided to be a singer, my mother warned me I'd be alone a lot. Basically, we all are. You may tell a man thou art a fiend, but not your nose wants blowing. To him alone who can bear a thing of that kind, you may tell all. Many of the libertarian entrepreneurs who only want the government to leave them alone have simply forgotten how important government research, public education, and immigration policy are to Silicon Valley's long-term success. For me, when I went through my depression, I always felt like I was alone, and because people never understood me, I had to shut myself out from the world. Art and music was the only thing that could ever help me get over that. What is it that love does to a woman? Without, she only sleeps. With it alone, she lives. Not all paintings are abstract. They're not all Jackson Pollock. There's value in a photograph of a man alone on a boat at sea, and there is value in painting of a man alone on a boat at sea. In the painting has more freedom to express an idea, more latitude in being able to elicit certain emotion. I preach salvation by grace through faith alone. I preach for the repentance of sin. Being alone on the moors is scary. As the rain clouds settle in, it makes you realize your place in nature. Highly educated young people are tutored, taught, and monitored in all aspects of their lives, except the most important, which is character building. When it comes to this, most universities leave them alone. I think the moment I discovered I definitely wanted to act was when I saw a play alone by myself when I was 14. Maybe it was a Molière play. I discovered the atmosphere of the theater, and I knew I wanted to be an actor. We all get stuck. We all lose ourselves a little bit in a fantasy or in our jobs and forget how we feel about other things. It's really important to check yourself, to spend some time alone. You can't please everybody. I give up. I'm not trying to. I don't care. Leave me alone with that. Bid, then, the tender light of faith to shine, by which alone the mortal heart is led unto the thinking of the thought divine. I do love to cry. I'll cry at the drop of a hat. I'll cry at your basic television program, let alone a weepy. But not big, heavy, serious crying. I haven't done that for a while, which is a relief. More like a little welling up of joy. Adultery is the ultimate deal breaker for me. I would rather be alone than in a relationship that doesn't honor me. It's very hard to write a song alone. It's only by jamming that you can get a song together. If you're disabled or different from what general society deems normal, it's fine. There will always be people who won't accept you, but there are others you can find who will. You're never alone. Work alone will efface the footsteps of work. The international brigades provided a shock force while the Republic trained and organized an army from an assemblage of individuals. The Spanish people knew they were not fighting alone. I make a genuine distinction between loneliness and aloneness. I know what each is like. There are times I'm lonely. But there are also many times when I need to be alone, when I don't want the feeling of someone else in the house other than the cats. I'm the kind of guy who can't keep a plant alive for a week, let alone a relationship. But socialism, alone, can bring self-determination of their peoples. I learned how not to be alone in the playground. Birds and animals probably think without knowing that they think. That is, they have not self-consciousness. Only man seems to be endowed with this faculty. He alone develops disinterested intelligence, intelligence that is not primarily concerned with his own safety and well-being, but that looks abroad upon things. If I had auditioned for Merlin on Magic alone, I don't think I'd have got it. Like any kid, I probably had a magic kit, but it's not something I ever pursued. I've never watched a magic show like David Copperfield or used him to base my character on, but I really like David Blaine and Darren Brown. They are doing wonders. If you're a painter, you're not alone. There's no way to be alone. We're too often told that our mistakes are ours alone, but victory is a shared benefit.